Check out this new cover of Time magazine. That is history being made. Laverne Cox from Orange is the New Black is the first transgender person to make the cover of Time.
About time. Go ahead, Laverne.
Well, you know, it was a long road to get there, a childhood full of tears and pain, but Laverne is telling the world how it got better.
I am a black trans woman from Alabama. You know, it feels so unreal.
You watch her move in the Time photo shoot. Laverne is proud, she is strong, and she completely owns the person she is. That, along with the more than 85,000 Twitter followers she's gotten for her confident Netflix role, is why Laverne is the perfect face for what Time calls the transgender tipping point.
I'd like to think that we're at a tipping point. I think what really needs to happen in terms of full acceptance of transgender people is everyone thinking about gender differently. Everyone thinking that what someone is assigned at birth isn't necessarily destiny.
Listen, Doc, I need my dosage. I've given 5 years, $80,000 and my freedom for this. I'm finally who I'm supposed to be.
Like her character, Sophia, Laverne also made her transition when she was an adult. But the road to understanding and accepting that she was born as a he was much more difficult. Cox joins Jane Lynch, Tim Gunn, and others who tell their story on the web series It Got Better.
This is how it got better.
This is how it got better.
And this is how it got better. I think the biggest thing for me as a kid is I thought that my mother would not love me because I acted this way. And oh gosh, I don't want to cry. I thought that she wouldn't love me because of who I was authentically. And I began to feel at a very early age that I had to change who I was to get love. In third grade, my third grade teacher called my mom and said, "Your son is going to end up in New Orleans wearing a dress if we don't get him into therapy right away." So there was all these different forces growing up that were telling me that who I was authentically was a problem, that I shouldn't act a certain way, that I shouldn't hold my hands a certain way, that I shouldn't walk the way that, all these things that felt very natural. In sixth grade, I started to go through puberty and I was having all these feelings for boys. And I learned in church that this was a sin. And I went to our medicine cabinet and took a bottle of pills and swallowed the entire bottle and went to sleep. After I woke up, I was really upset that I was still alive. I was really devastated that I had to go on being who I was.
Well, you can see all of Laverne's story on lstudio.com, June the 11th. Today, confident and secure in who she is, Laverne is using her status as a public figure to help all transgender people fight for their equal place in society.
For me, it got better really when I started to love myself more and really do the work. How do you deal with it? How do you handle it? How do you have a strong sense of who you are and of your own self-worth?
What is amazing is here's a young woman, as you just heard, was bullied and persecuted, but maintained her sense of self. That kind of American resolve should be acknowledged and celebrated on the cover of Time magazine.
Absolutely, what a survivor. And by the way, an episode of Orange is the New Black actually featured a flashback scene to Laverne's time as a man.
Yeah, and the role was actually played by her twin brother. It's because producers say that they didn't want to put her through the trauma of transforming her into a man again.